Hey everyone, it is me, Justina again, and this week is really straightforward, so I'm only going to say like 5 things really quickly. So, this week, we now have gotten through the American Revolution, the Americans win, woo, we are free and independent, and now we have to make a country, right? And that can be difficult as we find out, right? We have the Articles of Confederation that fail, and you learn a little bit about them in the crash course this week. And then when the articles are clearly not working, they decide we should probably write a different form of government, which creates the Constitution. And this week you're going to be reading another chapter from that textbook about the Constitution. And this is actually not the Constitution, but it's called Debating the Constitution because it is the primary sources you're going to be looking at this week are actually from I want to make sure I say it right, the New York Ratification Convention. Okay, so there were 8 states that needed to 9. I lied. 9 states. Sorry about that. 9 states that needed to ratify the Constitution to make it actually work or be the ruling document for the nation, right? And New York was really important, which you will learn why in the reading, to that process, because New York was an important state, which you will learn why in the reading. But the documents are actually, because there was a big debate over whether the Constitution was a good idea in New York for a number of reasons, and the readings are going to be talking about this convention's debate, right? And both sides of the argument, okay? So think about that, like why did they want it? Why didn't they want it? You can also think about how the Constitution actually applies today, right? We still are ruled under this document, which is highly unusual compared to other leading documents throughout the world, and how governments worked. It's rare that a constitution will last as long as this American Constitution has. And it's important too because it is still the document that our government is framed on, right? And especially for our judicial branch, which is deciding whether or not things are constitutional. That's what the Supreme Court rules upon. And they still are looking at the same document that Alexander Hamilton and Thomas Jefferson and George Washington and all the original founding fathers were looking at to understand how we should proceed as a country, right? And there's different ways to look at it. Loose construction and strict construction, meaning do we interpret it as the founders saw it, strictly as that, or as a more of a living document, as a document that's changing with time and has to adapt to the time period that it's in. So think about that. How is the Constitution still prevalent today? And how is it still working today to continue to rule over the U.S. and the government? Okay, awesome. Have a great week. And don't forget to look up at the information about the research project. All right, I'll see you all soon. Bye.